Vanakkam. From all of us here
Vanakkam.
at News9 Live, here's wishing Prime Minister Narendra Modi a very happy birthday. Vanakkam, Prime Minister.
Vanakkam.
He turned 73 today, and what a fascinating journey it has been. Prime Minister's day began with him taking a metro ride on his way to inaugurate the first phase of the International Convention and Expo Centre, that is IICC Yashobhumi in Delhi's Dwarka, and he was seen interacting with several commuters in the metro on his way. Children talking to him, young women, apparently one young woman wished him in Sanskrit. There you see him taking selfies with young commuters, both men and women, on his ride, on his day. A very special day indeed for Narendra Modi. The entire nation meanwhile offered prayers for Prime Minister Modi's well-being and celebrated the day, which happens to be his 73rd birthday. On his birthday, if one knows him, he would like to work and look at what is challenging for him and the BJP in the future. I'm staying with these visuals. Look at those visuals, very endearing indeed. Little children celebrating Prime Minister Narendra Modi's birthday. You know, Narendra Modi is known to work relentlessly, day in and day out, weekends, any day, and today also I'm sure he's got lots of work listed up. But also he must be going through what is challenging him and the BJP in the future. So the South Indian is here, and let's look at the challenge that the South India has in store for him. After the Congress's win in Karnataka in the recent assembly elections, it was curtains for the BJP in the entire south of India. You know, to turn BJP's phrase for the Congress, Congress Mukta Bharat, it is now BJP Mukta Dakshina Bharat. But if you look at the irony of it all, despite two prime ministers from south of India, that is H.D. Deve Gowda and P.V. Narasimha Rao, before Narendra Modi, there has never been a prime minister who has singularly focused on south of India. Let me now take you through a few examples. For instance, in November 2022, the Kashi Tamil Sangamam, a month-long event to celebrate, reaffirm and rediscover the age-old links between Tamil Nadu and Varanasi. January 2023, Pariksha Pe Charcha, and we heard Narendra Modi saying, shouldn't we feel proud to say that the oldest language of the world belongs to our nation? Tamil language is the oldest language in the world. The country has such a big asset. It's a matter of pride, said he. Come July 2023 in France, he announced the installation of the celebrated Tamil poet-philosopher Thiruvalluvar. In May 2024, the Sengol, the 5 feet long, intricately carved, unbending gold-plated silver scepter, is now, of course, placed in the new parliament premises. September 2024, the 27-foot tall and 18-ton Nataraja statue made of Ashtadhatu presiding over the Bharat Mandapam, which hosted the G20 summit in New Delhi. Of course, he's also announced several economic packages for the South. In Tamil Nadu, in April 2023, infrastructure projects amounting to 5,200 crores, which of course included airports, highways and several railway projects. In Telangana, July 2023, infrastructure projects worth rupees 6,100 crores. In Kerala, in April 2023, infrastructure projects worth 3,200 crores. In Karnataka, January 2023, Narendra Modi announced infrastructure projects worth rupees 10,800 crores. In Andhra Pradesh, in November 2022, last infrastructure works worth rupees 10,500 crores. You know, there are 20 Lok Sabha seats in Kerala, 25 in Andhra Pradesh, 39 in Tamil Nadu, 17 in Telangana and 28 in Karnataka respectively. Now, of the 5 states in the south, Telangana goes to elections and sometime this year, while Andhra Pradesh shall follow next year. Historically, you and I know, it's a fact that the BJP has never had a major presence in the south of India. But then many detractors may say, what about the northeast, where the Modi-led BJP could turn the tide? Of course, he turned the tide. So let's look at the 5 southern states to assess the challenges that the BJP and Prime Minister Modi may face going forward. First up, like I said, Telangana, where although KCR is fighting for a third consecutive time, the BJP has been making several inroads. For example, the 220 GHMC polls in which the BJP won 48 seats while the TRS backed 56 seats, it was definitely, all said and done, a close call. Then came the by-polls, Dubaka in 2020, in which BJP won by a tiny margin over the TRS. It was known as the TRS then, now of course the BRS. Then of course Huzurabad followed, which the BJP snatched from the jaws of the BRS. But the recent shunting of Bandi Sanjay as the head of the state unit and bringing Kishan Reddy in his place, many say has created fissures in the party between old-timers and the new entrants. Of course, we shall discuss that with our experts. That seems to be a challenge in Telangana. In Tamil Nadu, the BJP is actually hardly a force to reckon with, as it stands with the infamous tag of the 3% party. It is an alliance with the AIDMK, a party which lost to Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam in the last assembly elections by securing 66 votes. The BJP's contribution in the entire matrix was a mere 4. Even as the BJP is viewed as a Hindutva party, the divide has become even more pronounced with the recent remark by Minister Udayanidhi Stalin and son of Muka Stalin on Sanatana Dharma.
சனாதன எதிர்ப்பு மாநாடு என்று போடாமல் சனாதன ஒழிப்பு மாநாடு என்றும் நீங்கள் இதை போட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள், இதை அழைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பெயரிட்டீர்கள். அதற்கு என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்க கூடாது, ஒழித்து கட்ட வேண்டும். அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம். சனாதனம் என்பதை எதிர்ப்பதை விட ஒழிப்பதே நாம் செய்ய வேண்டிய முதல் காரியமாகும். எனவே இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு மிக பொருத்தமான தலைப்பு வைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், அதற்கு என்னுடைய பாராட்டுகள். சனாதனம்னா என்ன? சனாதனம் அப்படிங்கிற பெயரே சமஸ்கிருதத்திலிருந்து வந்ததுதான். சனாதனம் சமத்துவத்திற்கும் சமூக நீதிக்கும் எதிரானது. சனாதனம்னா வேற ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. சனாதனங்கிறதுக்கு அர்த்தம் என்ன? நிலையானது, அதாவது மாற்ற முடியாதது.
This, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Sanatana Dharma issue is going to dominate the 2024 elections and also the other assembly elections which were knocking at our doors. Narendra Modi was very quick and retorted to Udayanidhi Stalin's remark by saying this. Listen in.
कि स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में फांसी पाने वाले वीर कहते थे कि अगला जन्म मुझे फिर ये भारत मां की गोद में देना। जो सनातन संस्कृति संत रविदास का प्रतिबिंब है, जो सनातन संस्कृति माता शबरी की पहचान है, जो सनातन संस्कृति महर्षि वाल्मीकि का आधार है, जिस सनातन ने हजारों वर्षों से भारत को जोड़े रखा है, ये लोग मिलकर अब उस सनातन को खंड खंड करना चाहते हैं।
You know, in Andhra Pradesh, many say the BJP has a kind of a curious presence. Of course, with the recent alliance between Telugu Desam Party and Janasena Party of Pawan Kalyan, it's waiting in its wings to weigh in its options, for it has had a very bitter history with the jailed Chandrababu Naidu. You will remember what happened before and sometime around 2019. Now let's look at Kerala. Despite Modi wooing the minorities by extending olive branches galore to both Muslims and Christians, it's going to be a very long and arduous task for both Modi and BJP to break that impasse, as it was. And Karnataka, of course, is a game which has gone wrong with the marginalization of Lingaites during the elections, the cutting to size of B.S. Yadurappa, and perhaps even the recent tie-up with the JDS. Yes. Sanatana Dharma is an issue that Prime Minister Modi will use to the hilt as we hurtle closer and closer to the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. But will that be enough to win the South, which is culturally and socially wired differently from the North? Also, the Congress has had the first mover advantage with its successful debut of 5 guarantees in Karnataka. And let's not forget that the South has always been a welfare state as against the BJP, which has called it Revadis, and many from the South have stood up and said, no, it's not a freebie, this is what our people deserve. Let's debate this great South Indian challenge that Narendra Modi faces, and what better day than to discuss it on the day of his birthday, because like I said, he's a man who is on a work mode 24/7. Let me introduce you to the guests right now. A. Sai Shekhar, senior journalist and political analyst, is with us here. Dr. Baswaraj Itnal, again senior journalist and political analyst, is with us, and T. Ramakrishnan, senior associate editor of the Hindu newspaper. A vanakkam to all of you, a very, very warm welcome to all of you on this day. What we are trying to do is to decode this challenge that Mr. Modi faces. You know, on the day that he met the Karyakartas in Delhi, in the headquarters where they were all celebrating the success of G20, they had a meeting also about strategies for elections. The South seems to be a millstone around the BJP's neck. It's like an albatross, you know, although Karnataka, they have ruled, there is no gainsaying the fact, but the point is they have lost Karnataka. I am going to start from all of you, turn by turn, to ask what is it that is the big challenge that Narendra Modi faces. First up is Sai Shekhar. Hi Sai. Sai, the point is that, you know, many people say that the South, that we from the South, all of us here from the South, are culturally, regionally, linguistically, politically different from the way the North thinks. But things have changed over the years. Now, if you're all seasoned journalists here, the way Modi turned the tide in the northeast side, it was unimaginable. You know, today he has turned the tide. Look at Tripura. I mean, I can go on and on. I have seen footage of people coming and congratulating him and said, sir, aap 50 baar aaye idhar, sir. Koi nahi aata tha idhar. You've come here, you've made, he's taken all the sections of society together. But let me ask you both about Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh. What is the challenge that the BJP and Narendra Modi face? Turn by turn, if you can go from Telangana to AP or vice versa side.
Let me go to Telangana first.
All right.
Because I live here. And I also greet the other panelists. TRK has been my colleague in the Hindu when I was working there. And when it comes to Telangana, Modi and his juggernaut was actually rolling until Karnataka elections. And it was, you know, straight fight between KCR and BJP. But as soon as the BJP suffered a debacle in Karnataka, their chips are down in Telangana all of a sudden. And they had to do course correction because the earlier president of the BJP, Mr. Bandi Sanjay Kumar, who was a rabble-rouser and he can only ignite the sentiment of a Hindu Rashtra, and he can only, use his vocabulary to castigate KCR, KTR, his family and others, BRS leaders. But then he couldn't take it forward any further. He has, from 0 to 20% he could levitate the BJP. And beyond that, he is unable to push it further. This is one. And once the Karnataka election is over and the results are out, BJP suddenly lost interest in pursuing its career in Telangana. Because I believe KCR is invincible that way in Telangana, and KCR is a force to reckon with, and he has to be fought. If someone wants to capture power in Telangana, he has to be fought tooth and nail and with all efforts. And that seems to be an uphill task for the BJP. So they almost apparently gave up, even though they postured themselves as opposing the BRS government the way they have been doing. But surely the intensity and the tenacity have dwindled a lot. And so that is
Sai, is it because, Sai, just a minute, Sai, because like you say that the juggernaut, you started off very well, then you said Karnataka happened. But you know, 2 years ago, you saw Bandi Sanjay, you know, calling it Nizam and that temple and Charminar and how people have taken over. He was like really shrill and strident. Mr. Amit Shah made several, you know, visits to Hyderabad and also other regions. I mean, they were seen in Warangal very, very often. So, are you trying to say that the losing of steam happened due to Karnataka and also the change of guard? I mean, Kishan Reddy coming instead of Bandi Sanjay.
No, the change of guard happened because of Karnataka.
All right, okay.
Because the Bandi Sanjay, as you rightly said, Bhagya Lakshmi temple, then calling KCR Nizam, bringing in Yogi Adityanath, Amit Shah. So, but then, you know, suddenly it appears that Telangana, BJP finds it going very difficult in Telangana in term by using the Hindu card and the religion card. So Bandi Sanjay is not unable to pull the cart any further. For that reason, they apparently chose a sober man, Kishan Reddy, who is not used to tongue lashing just like that, and who doesn't have an acerbic tongue, to lead the party and you know, reposition it in a dignified posturing and keep it at that. Because BJP, I believe personally, BJP thinks either it is me or anybody else other than the Congress. So, since Congress has gained in Karnataka, naturally the same thing has impacted the Telangana Congress also.
Right.
Congress has suddenly become very powerful, vociferous, and a lot of course, lot of spent forces from the BRS have been picked up. I don't know why the Congress is adding flair to it. That's another story. But then Congress is the main challenger for BRS and KCR now in Telangana, and not the BJP. So BJP apparently is now, you know, it's only taking a ringside view.
All right.
It's only a mute spectator.
All right. I mean, that's a very good way to start. I mean, he's laid out the land in Telangana, you know, and of course, I'll come to you, talk to about Andhra Pradesh in a bit. Let me now talk to Dr. Itnal. Dr. Itnal, you know, Karnataka has been unique in the south of India. I mean, it has had BJP's dispensation for several years. Of course, B.S. Yedurappa was someone who actually was the fulcrum around which the party revolved. But then, we all know, I mean, we will just take bullet points. I mean, neglecting the Lingayats, shunting out Mr. B.S. Yedurappa, bringing Bommai, the kind of rebellion that was inside skirmishes that one saw, you know, against Bommai all through, even when his, you know, ministers had to be chosen for his cabinet. We all witnessed that. Tell me something. Now, with the 5 guarantees that the Congress has promised, every government, we all know, goes through ups and downs. Once the honeymoon period is over, do you think the BJP can catapult back in Karnataka? Do you think that the time is over, or we never say never, Dr. Itnal?
2-3 larger points here, Sudha. One is between the north and the south, like you pointed out in your earlier comments, there is a huge cultural disconnect. There is cultural discontinuity because most of the BJP's politics seems to be revolving around Hindi and Hindu, which do not find great resonance in south at all. But why in Karnataka BJP could make inroads? It is pure power politics. It is simply about power, whether it's the BJP wins few seats in Telangana or Andhra, elsewhere in the south. It is not because of the ideological connect. It's about pure power politics. For example, if you look at Karnataka's, BJP's performance in Karnataka, they have never been in power on a full majority, numbers.
Right.
They always had to purchase. They always had to purchase MLAs from other parties. They never could get any full majority. Number one. Number two, why BJP suddenly turned in 2004 into a formidable force? That is because by 2004, earlier erstwhile Janata Dal had disintegrated.
Right.
And most of the leaders from Janata Dal, faction, they gravitated towards BJP. So that's how BJP became strong. And that's how, because of Lingayats, it rose. And because RSS focused only on Hindutva in these elections, they lost it. They said they even went to the extent of saying, we don't need Lingayats in the elections. Nobody can do that. And they lost, they paid the price for that. So right now what is happening is, riding on a tremendous success, Congress is embracing even the erstwhile defectors back into their fold. And they are on a good run here. And probably being unnerved because of that, the BJP has forged an alliance with JDS. JDS maximum has has some prospects in around 4 seats, that in old Mysore region. But this being seen as only a power politics, how it is going to swing the voter, it's $1 million question.
Yeah, because
Siddaramaiah government in last few months has delivered, if not all the 5 guarantees, at least on 3 guarantees,
sure,
which is a substantial achievement.
Right.
Because this is to be compared with BJP's 110 promises, nothing being kept.
Right.
So this goes really disadvantageous for BJP here in Karnataka.
All right. T. Ramakrishnan, most interesting relationship between BJP is with Tamil Nadu, I must say, and there has been, because of its own politics, and when I say Dravidian politics, I mean it's that Hindi imposition is a major issue, the North Indian bias is a major issue. Now, of course, Sanatana Dharma is there like a monolithic thing in front of both, the Tamils and, of course, the BJP at the center. There are some people saying, of course, that with Annamalai having taken over his Padayatre, etc., BJP is making some kind of inroads. But I'm sorry, I sit, far away, but I think I get those reports, but I also get reports it's all an eyewash. I mean, that is just one drop in the big ocean. Tell me something. Will the BJP always be an outsider party in Tamil Nadu? And according to you, Ramakrishnan, what is the main reason? Is it Tamil versus Hindi? Is it Hindi Varige? Is that the only thing, or there are other complicated issues as well?
Of course, let me greet Sai. That is, I have meeting him after a long gap. To begin with, at the outset, let me say that I don't think there is any prejudice among people of Tamil Nadu towards people who speak in other languages, particularly Hindi. Of course, here Hindi films also doing very well. So I myself saw this Kashmiri Files, that auditorium was full. It was Hindi version. So anyway, so I don't think among the people there is this kind of phrases or slogans that you may use. They have no relevance. Okay, first of all, it's basically the kind of political infrastructure that an organization has. So in Tamil Nadu, as far as my assessment is concerned, the infrastructurally BJP is quite weak. That is, infrastructurally, I mean, say if there are about 90,000 polling booths in Tamil Nadu, 234 assembly constituencies, I don't think they have got men or people to man even 50% of the booths. So this is the problem. So unless you address this problem, that is, unless you develop the party you ensure that the party's presence is there, nook and corner of Tamil Nadu, then whatever slogans you may say, that's all fine. That will all do. That will attract media's attention for quite some time, and also attract people's attention for some time. But it may not be. They may not be able to sustain. That's what happened. So BJP contested alone in 2006 elections, assembly election, 2011, 2016. They couldn't go beyond 3 or 2%. Having said that, I won't discount whatever Mr. Annamalai is doing. You see, Annamalai knows that he has got a huge, challenge. He knows that what kind of challenges he has got. Okay, I interacted with him briefly at the beginning of his stint as president almost 2 years ago. So even at that time, he had an idea of what to do and then how to proceed. He may be committing mistakes here and there, but it's natural. But the point I'm making is, I think Annamalai is making sincere efforts. That's what I would say. Okay, given the challenges, given the constraints that he has got, and then, and of course, these days, no political party can afford to ignore Annamalai. That's the situation that he has created. So that way, I think he has succeeded to some extent, I would say.
Right. So that's a good way to begin. I mean, T. Ramakrishnan says that Annamalai is somebody that no political party can ignore. So maybe it's a drop, but it's a kind of a big drop in Tamil Nadu ocean. You know, I'm going to speak to Sai right now about Telangana. The one thing which Narendra Modi has had against KCR Garu is about Parivarvad, that is dynastic politics. I mean, if we have that bite, can we play that out? And then perhaps I'll go to Sai Shekhar.
तेलंगाना के लोग देख रहे हैं कि एक परिवार को समर्पित पार्टियां जब सत्ता में आती है तो कैसे उस परिवार के सदस्य भ्रष्टाचार उसका सबसे बड़ा चेहरा बन जाते हैं। तेलंगाना के लोग देख रहे हैं कि परिवारवादी पार्टियां किस तरह सिर्फ अपना विकास करती है।
Sai Shekhar, you know, the thing is, he speaks about dynastic politics, family politics, and if you look at the South today, Stalin, Udayanidhi Stalin, also Kanimri Karunanidhi is there in Tamil Nadu. You know, in Andhra Pradesh also, it's Rajasekhar Reddy Garu's son, you know, Jagan Mohan right now. Of course, in Telangana, Karnataka also, we know that, you know, whether it's Priyanka, I mean, there are, you can just, you know, keep adding it. I'm asking you, not that the BJP does not have it, but I'm asking you, Sai Shekhar, that if KCR Garu does it the third time, of course, it's a hat trick. Brilliant. But, you know, no, it is not just the BJP and Mr. Modi who talks about family politics and family hegemony in the KCR government, but everyone. The common man is also saying that most of the things goes to them. Why is it that we don't get the share, which is a lion's share, which is get? Please put on your, you know, as a political analyst, you think that's an issue, Sai Shekhar? Honestly, is that an issue?
Honestly, that's not an issue because KCR did not become chief minister and then bring in his people into the activity.
Okay.
Into the KCR's nephew, Mr. Harish Rao, has been there from the day one. When KCR launched the separate Telangana agitation in 2001, and Harish Rao matched his step with his uncle, and they marched forward. And Harish Rao became a minister in Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy cabinet, where on representing TRS, where TRS and Congress had an alliance in 2004. And so Harish Rao is discounted. Then KTR. KTR has joined his father in 2007 in the thick of the moment when his dad's chips were down. This man had a plush job in the US. He quit the job and took a plunge into the movement, not politics, mind you. And then he was arrested. He also participated. He went through the rough and tumble of, the agitation.
Okay.
And so did Kavita. Kavita has set up an organization by name Telangana Jagriti, and she mobilized all women and other activists as another organization that will that 1 second that carries forward the TRS agenda. So KCR also has asked at a press conference in the very initial days itself, when people, pressmen raised about this Parivarwadi thing, he said they have, borne the Lathi charge, and then they have been jailed. The cases are booked against them, and they were humiliated like me, along with me in the movement. So naturally, as righteous claimants of their positions in the party and the government, they have come in there because they are also influencers.
But KCR has also trained his guns on Rahul Gandhi, on the Gandhi family. But then, then that's another conversation. I'm asking you about Andhra Pradesh. The BJP's role in Andhra Pradesh, Sai Shekhar, it is very curious today. It has had a blow hot, blow cold kind of a thing. It was, Jagan goes to meet Modi and Amit Shah in Delhi. He wants a special status for Andhra Pradesh. Now you see Pawan Kalyan, actually shaking hands with Chandrababu Naidu. BJP is with Pawan Kalyan, but they haven't even opened their mouth. No Delhi leader has opened their mouth about the arrest of CBN. How do you assess BJP's rise? Will it rise, or do you think that it will just be a participant in Andhra Pradesh going forward?
BJP is actually a passive participant in Andhra Pradesh politics because Andhra people are more active than the BJP. People are active participants because they are voters. BJP is a spectator there, and BJP wants to see the tamasha. Whoever is getting closer to them, they want to blow hot, blow cold. This is their strategy from the beginning, and Chandrababu Naidu has aligned himself with the BJP twice. Before that, also TDP has aligned with the BJP under NT Ramarao. YS Jaganmohan Reddy has never aligned officially, but he has a cardinal hatred for the Gandhis and also the Congress.
Yes.
And this special status is a cosmetic political activity which was raised in the Rajya Sabha when Dr. Manmohan Singh was proposing this bifurcation bill. And solely responsible for this special category status demand was Mr. Venkaiah Naidu and a few Telugu Desam MPs. But then they have no blueprint for asking for special status and implementing it. So in Andhra Pradesh, BJP is a mute spectator, and BJP any day Jagan is the most trusted partner compared to Chandrababu Naidu, who snapped the connection twice himself.
Yes.
It's not the BJP
and regretted
which has eased him out.
Yeah.
So Jagan is always supporting the BJP in terms of policy decisions and bills and passage of bills and all. So natural, and he also has his own reasons for doing so.
All right.
Number one being the cardinal hatred for the Congress.
All right. Dr. Itnal, I also want you to please focus on Kerala. If you look at Kerala, Prime Minister Modi has gone there and tried to appease all the minorities. I mean, he's met the bishop, he's met the clergy. For Muslims, there was Eid greetings, during Ramzan also. Yeah, he's done whatever he could to kind of, and you know what, he always, when he talks about Kerala, he always quotes Northeast and say that if Northeast we could turn the tide, we could get the people to align with us. I mean, Kerala people are watching that we will give them better opportunities than what Pinarai's government is doing. But people, again, that cultural divide, that linguistic divide, Delhi बहुत दूर है, whereas Mr. Modi says कि दिल्ली अब दूर नहीं, दिल्ली अब बहुत दिल के पास है. What do you think is the Kerala story, if you look at it from the point of Modi wanting to vanquish it? Doctor.
दिल्ली किसके दिल के पास है, ये बहुत अलग ही क्वेश्चन है. So anyways, now the political landscape of Northeast and the political landscape of Kerala and South India are totally different. Here, mere optics will not work. If Amit Shah or Modi go to a clergy or a bishop or a Swamiji or a Maulvi, that is mere optics. Politics works by power sharing. Politics works by outreach. Politics works from the grassroots connections. So BJP and Modi are far, far away from any grassroots connect, especially in Kerala. Kerala, there are it has a tradition. All these Pinarayi Vision or LDF, UDF leaders, they both have network from grassroots. Like Ramakrishna was telling that in Tamil Nadu, the problem is the political infrastructure. And Mr. Sai was saying that BJP is just an onlooker in Telangana. And in Karnataka, what's happening is, when Modi came here last month, the BJP state president was on the streets waving him. That was the picture on the paper. There was a huge trolling on that.
Yeah.
The ministers, erstwhile ministers, the deputy chief, both deputy chief ministers and the party presidents were behind the barricade, waving at Modi's, roadshow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Modi did not even bother to wave at them. He did not allow them to meet him. And I'm told, even when these leaders go to Delhi, they don't get an appointment. That is a kind of aversion, or what you say, a fear, whatever you call, they have developed in the central high command in BJP towards Karnataka. Now, I want to see the bigger meaning here.
Right.
They are not investing in political infrastructure in Tamil Nadu. In Telangana, they are okay being onlookers. In Kerala, they cannot make grassroots connects. Now what? Is BJP focusing only on Hindi belt states, Hindi and Hindu politics?
Right.
Are they going to invest more there? Because there is an ominous indication here. Because if you look at 2028 delimitation process,
of course,
most of the Lok Sabha seats are going to be in Hindi states alone. If they win Hindi states, they will cross half a mark. So then why will they invest in southern states?
Right.
And what should be the southern states' response to it?
Right.
And what about our financial devolution? Injustice that's been happening for so many years.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So these are, so on one side there is not much of interest in southern politics from BJP. On the other side, there is a financial injustice, and at another level, political injustice also around the corner.
All right.
So probably this needs to be seen in this larger picture, in this larger canvas.
Yeah. Ramakrishnan, what Dr. Itnal just said, Now I'm asking you, Sengol, Natarajar, hailing Tamil as the most ancient language, Kashi Sangamam, Saurashtra Sangamam, all this, and trying to speak Tamil most of the time, and talking to Pariksha Pe Charcha, talking to little children and saying, did you know that Tamil is the most ancient? How do you look at it, Ramakrishnan? Do you think this is all only optics, or do you think here is a Prime Minister who's really trying to kind of make an impact and reach out to Tamil Nadu? Because let me tell you, earlier on, we only saw them coming and Poikal Gudare dance, which is our traditional folk dance, standing there, some Prime Ministers, and clapping their hands and stuff like that. We never saw this kind of an involvement. You may criticize him, you may praise him, but I am saying there is involvement. Do you think it is just optics, or here is a Prime Minister who's truly very serious about making inroads in Tamil Nadu?
I think since 2019 onwards, after the Lok Sabha elections, he has been making attempts to reach out to people of Tamil Nadu. I think that way there is a consistency, okay, and then there is a pattern, there is a design, which I am not disputing, okay. But why he did that, or why he has been doing it, because between 2000, after the death of Jayalalitha in December 2016, and then till the May 2019, there had been a campaign against Prime Minister Modi, somewhat personally. Okay, go back Modi, and all those campaigns were held. But the problem was even in, I think, after the death of Jayalalitha, he did two things which were, I would say, of great importance to Tamil Nadu. One is that Jallikattu, ban on Jallikattu was wide. I think the five ministries of the government of India on a single day, on a single day, they gave their approval. So which is very, very, I don't think even in government of India would have functioned that way. But the second point is that the constitution of the Kaveri Water Management Authority 2018, of course, it took some time. Supreme Court had to intervene, all that, fine. But eventually the authority came into being. But the problem is the Tamil Nadu BJP did not communicate to people of Tamil Nadu, saying that our Prime Minister had done all these things we have been demanding, we have done. So I think there is perhaps he has realized the weaknesses of state unit of BJP, and he had been, I think, he had been doing it somewhat, I would say, direct marketing. Okay, of himself and other many other things.
All right. So Ramakrishnan, what you have been saying on my show is that it is just, problems with processes and methods in Tamil Nadu BJP. They don't have enough cadre to manage the booths. You said during your first, when you were answering for the first time. Now you are saying that, the Tamil Nadu BJP does not communicate well with the people, that look, this Prime Minister has done so many things. So there seems to be a cosmetic surgery which is required. But let me ask you, I just have 4 minutes and I'll go turn by turn and requesting you to be brief. Sai, is there, we in Indian politics, we never say never. All of us have done enough journalism to know that things change. What do you think the BJP requires to do now to get a kind of a foothold in one of the southern states? What is it?
Karnataka, they have a base, so they have to work on Karnataka.
Okay.
They don't have a base in Andhra Pradesh. They don't have, they are zero in Kerala and zero in Tamil Nadu. And in Telangana, they have marginal presence, and if they retain it, that is the best. But then they have to seriously focus on Karnataka, and the same dynasty politics, Parivarvadi and all, which he spoke about at length in a loud and high decibel manner. He should have thought about it when he is nominating Basavaraj Bommai. So BJP has to find a leader of Yediyurappa's caliber, because Yediyurappa is now almost close to 80 or plus. So that is what. But otherwise, and one thing which I have been thinking of telling you in this show is that South Indian, why South India is different from North India is we don't face incursions. We don't face communal riots the way North India faces, and BJP's mantra and invoking the religious and regional sentiment, it works only in the north.
But North India, papam, pamam they are, they have faced this. It's the, what is this? It's history, no? It's not, I mean, come on, they faced partition, we did not, we were more fortunate. Dr. Itnal, you have actually summed it up during your last answer by saying delimitation is an issue. Why don't they focus more on the South? Are you saying that they have to get rid of the stepmotherly treatment, as it were, or stepfatherly, which is better word?
Not only BJP, Sudha, any national party, if it has to have any significance in any region, any state, they have to make an arrangement not on their own terms, on the terms of the regional politics.
Right.
They should understand what is the regional politics there. You cannot come to me and say that, no, this is what I think is right, and do what I say. That's what has happened in last elections in Karnataka. Somebody took the election decisions, 70 seats fresh we give, we don't want Lingayats. They said any number of irrelevant things, and they lost. And what they have done, they have not yet owned up. The accountability has not been fixed yet in BJP. They have not even appointed a leader of opposition.
That is true. That is true. Yes. Yeah. So these are the issues.
If you have to go any further, first establish a relationship on the terms of regional politics. Number two, own up your mistakes, fix accountability, and go forward from there. Unless that happens, they will not have any prospects in Karnataka now.
Right. Ramakrishnan, I have 1 minute. So the producer is shouting in my ear. Tell me, does the BJP, you are the only one who says BJP has hope in Tamil Nadu. Will you end this by saying that yes?
But yes, I think for all what Mr. Modi had done in all these 5 years, which may be symbolic, I think if they ensure cohesion with the ADMK and future allies, I think, and they will have to, I think BJP and ADMK, they will have to work out and then ensure that these are all the allies. So they have to finalize their alliance, because the DMK-led alliance is by and large intact. I don't see any exit from BJP, so from DMK alliance. From ADMK, who are all going to be the allies of ADMK alliance, that is still remains unclear. Number two is cohesion. Cohesion is, I think, the ADMK front which will be having BJP, it doesn't seem to have as much cohesion as the DMK front. So there they will have to work. BJP has to.
All right. So a lot of work for Prime Minister Modi, and going forward, let me thank all my guests. Sai Shekhar, thank you. Dr. Ritnal, such a pleasure. Ramakrishnan Mikanandri, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast and on the day that he's turned 73. Like I said, Narendra Modi goes by the mantra that it's only work that speaks for a man, everything else remains where it is. So maybe in South India, he'll need to hit the ground actually running starting now. Thanks for watching.
इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हैं क्योंकि सभी लोग कर रहे हैं.
Coaching is now starting from grade 3, 4, 5, 6.
होता जाने वाला